Most people overpay for products like this. Here's why this one is different. I've tested a bunch of OBD2 scanners over the years, and the Phoenix Max from Topton USA is one of the few that actually gives you the full package without nickel and diming you for every little feature. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What really stands out is the built-in oscilloscope. Most scanners just throw up generic trouble codes, but this thing actually lets you see live voltage signals on your screen. I hooked it up to a misfiring coil on a 2012 Civic last week, and within 2 minutes I could see the pattern jumping every other revolution, something a plain code reader would never show you. That kind of real-time insight saves hours of guesswork when you're chasing intermittent issues. The hardware itself feels solid for the price. The tablet-style screen is bright even in daylight, and the magnetic stand keeps it from sliding around on the dash while you're probing. I've used cheaper units where the plastic cracked after a few drops. This one's got a rubberized bumper around the edges, so it survived a couple of bumps in my garage without a scratch. Coverage is another big win. It pulls codes for all domestic and import cars, light trucks, and SUVs back to 1996, plus a lot of Asian models from the early 2000s. I tried it on a 2003 Toyota and a 2018 Ford F-150 without any hiccups. The software updates are free through the Topton app, so you're not stuck with outdated data after the first year. I also like the Bluetooth adapter that lets you stream data to your phone. While you're road testing a repair, you can hand the phone to a friend and have them watch the live waveform while you concentrate on driving. It's a small thing, but it makes two-person diagnostics a breeze. The built-in battery is good for about 6 hours of continuous use, which is enough to cover most jobs without hunting for an outlet. When it does run low, the included USB-C cable charges it fast. 15 minutes on the bench gives me another couple of hours of runtime. Now, it's not perfect. The Android-based interface can feel a little clunky compared to a dedicated laptop setup, so if you're used to professional-grade software you might find yourself wishing for a few more bells and whistles. Also, the scope function tops out at 200 kHz, so don't expect lab-grade precision for high-speed CAN bus work. All in all, if you're tired of paying extra for every little feature, the Phoenix Max gives you a solid scanner, a real oscilloscope, and a wireless link without breaking the bank. The link is below if you want to grab one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Topton USA Phoenix Max W Scope KIT sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like made in CN and practical day-to-day use actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. What stands out about Topton USA Phoenix Max W Scope KIT is how it seems positioned for buyers who want something practical, easy to understand, and worthwhile beyond the first impression. That usually matters more than flashy marketing, because long-term satisfaction comes from how well the product fits your actual routine, priorities, and expectations once you start using it regularly. In real use, details like made in CN are often the points that shape whether a product feels convenient, dependable, and worth the money after the excitement of opening the box wears off. So the smart buying decision here is less about chasing every spec, and more about deciding whether the core strengths line up with the things you will personally notice most from day to day. What stands out about Topton USA Phoenix Max W Scope KIT is how it seems positioned for buyers who want something practical, easy to understand, and worthwhile beyond the first impression. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Topton USA Phoenix Max W Scope KIT usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.